Hello and welcome everybody back to the dumbass class with me, the Dyslexic Gamer. But I'm not showing up in... With me, the Dyslexic Gamer. Now I'm showing up. Yes, the Dyslexic Gamer. Welcome to the dumbass class. I've lost my train of thought. As we carry on our tabletop RPG series of Dark Heresies, Inquisitorial Profiteers, where our group of Inquisitorial agents, for now, made their way back up from the Underhive, where in the last episode they had defeated some mutants, some twists, and had plundered the area that they were in, which was filled with a couple of strange types of hive fungus that Jenny believes could be used in the production of medicines, drugs, and other paraphernalia of that sort. On their way out, they encountered another one of the groups that are currently occupying this hive, the Wild Wardens. Although they were mutants, someone, presumably their leader, had taught them some basic guard tactics. They made a firing line in front of the group and negotiated, talked, and were then let go on their merry way. Unbeknownst to the group, but I will fill them in, the bodies that you tried to set on fire were put out, the meat and protein was collected, and the room was secured. That now belongs to them. So I will, actually, before I go moving you, Wild Wardens. So, in the future, you will know, if you need to find the Wild Wardens, where you may find some of them. But after collecting up their resources and moving through the Wild Warden troops, they made their way back out, following the ruins within the Underhive, back to the sewer pipe that had led them here. And as they make their way back up, they decided that they wouldn't stop off, that they would continue along the sewer pipe, see how far they could get. So, I have already rolled my dice off screen.
Oh no.
Can all of you, for a start, all put down one fatigue, as you elected not to stop, but to keep moving? You've had a very, very long day, taken up with moving through the Underhive, shuffling through ruins and cramped spaces.
Oh no, I take penalties to fellowship now. I'm at 3 fatigue.
And then you made your way and fought a battle. Most of you, not all of you, most of you got injured. And now you're making your way up. I believe I marked down it took you 7 hours to get to where you were. 8 hours, actually. So, fully laden with all of your loot that you have acquired. 4.5 hours in. Can everyone roll me awareness? I'm going to give you that you're all using your stab lights if you have them. But there is a minus... Oh, actually, no.
We have a minus 10 because we're fatigued, don't we?
If your fatigue level goes up to your perception bonus, if it exceeds it, then you take a minus 10. So if you have 20 perception and you have 3 fatigue, you have a minus to your fatigue. I believe it's cut in half.
Awareness of perception.
I think I said he had a 3 fatigue. I only have 1 fatigue.
Yeah, but you did not get tentacled.
Yeah.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah.
Guys got molested.
So, can everyone roll me awareness flat, please?
I got knocked out twice and I only have 1. Can I roll Psyniscience as well? What was that about? Step five?
No, because you wouldn't have known to roll Psyniscience.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Holy shit,
This to
man.
avoid being surprised.
It's okay, guys. I got this.
I mean, we already were surprised one.
Which is why I'm asking, because I can reroll that if that's a surprise test.
Re-roll it, please.
No. I'm on
Not
16.
again.
No.
As you make your way out of the sewer pipe, you find that the ruins have shifted and you cannot make your way the same way. So you have to make a diversion. You have to change your path and you're led along until you reach an area that has a very sour smell. Festering smell, but it's not strong, it's not overwhelming, it's just like walking past a sewer grate that's backed up and you get a whiff of... Some of you begin to cough or cover your mouths, or you take your mind off of what you should be paying attention to. As you walk through this maybe once collapsed refectory, the smell hits you. Mordecai, you're the only one, for whatever reason, who doesn't cover their face, but instead looks up. So, death from above. Let me see
no.
here.
I didn't realise I was the only one to succeed. I thought other people had succeeded. No.
Okay, so as you look up, Mordecai, you see a creature hanging from the rafters, a number of them, small, very small. You're not quite sure what they are at first, but then you see one of them open its wings and drop. As it drops and its wings open, it whooshes down and aims directly for your face. But fortunately, you were not caught unaware. So it does not succeed in dive from above. But now I need to do a...
I will notify you that I have survivor's paranoia.
I'm guessing I kind of looked up and did that, reaction. Oh shit, dodge of the head when you see something flying towards your head.
Yes.
It's like the moment in Alien when you see just saliva dripping from the vent.
So they don't get a bonus if they attack me. Neither. They don't.
Well,
get
I
the
haven't.
first
I
attack.
haven't.
No, it's
Okay,
just
okay,
telling-
okay.
Just
So,
telling if you do it.
guys, we used grapple last week, so it's an opposed test, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yes.
is an opposed test.
Test, I
Yeah.
believe.
So, Mordecai, can you roll me your weapon skill, please?
Okay. Any modifiers or just flat?
Just flat. Okay,
Gonna go
so as the bat dives down, swooping in low, it doesn't quite perform the maneuver that it was hoping to do, but its wings do latch on to the side of your ear, pulling itself round and grappling your head. So it does 1d10
My
plus
head hasn't.
1d10 plus 2.
Oh no. No, and I don't have armor on the head anymore either because you critted it.
Oh no!
No.
You should have picked up that fucking bucket.
Worry not, you'll be fine.
There's the word righteous furies.
Oh god.
Don't jinx it.
Oh no.
It is primitive, however.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't have that armor.
I don't have the armor anymore because you created the head and I haven't been able to replace it. Or repair it, rather.
I mean, you still have your toughness.
So, 11 minus 4 is 7?
That's
Yeah.
correct.
So I'm at -1, whatever that is.
That's one to the head.
Yeah, but whatever damage type.
It's impact.
I have not. Where is the injury table? Here we go. Impact, critical.
I don't think it's anything
head.
serious. I think you just get like a bloody nose.
Must make a challenging toughness test or suffer 1 level of fatigue. Yeah, it's not bad. Yet.
So flat toughness, please. You do also regain one fortune fate point as the session has. You take one fatigue.
Oh no, that should be doing. Sorry, I should be at -2, not -1. I miscounted.
Yay! I'm almost
even
back to
worse.
having full fate points.
So, as the creature falls down and grapples onto Mordecai's head, its teeth bite down into his face. Mordecai, you feel a weird sucking on your face as a sharp pain digs into your scalp and cheekbone. For the rest of you, you are now alerted to the creatures.
Creatures.
However, how many players do we have? We have 5. There is no 1d5, so I'll do a 1d10. There's one more of them released.
You can always type in 1d5 in the chat.
Yeah. Mordecai just starts shouting, "Get it off! Get it off!"
As another one
Don't you
attempts
like the suck?
to dive bomb. So let's double check this again. So I didn't bother making a character sheet for a creature that I'm only going to use once.
Yeah.
So, Ezio, as you look around and see this creature attached to Mordecai's face, you just hear this as wings clip past you. Clearly the creature missed you, but it was aiming as you feel a claw scratch out across your face, across the side of your head, grasping, trying to grab you. So we're not going to go with initiative. We're just going to work down the portraits. So Liliana.
Here's the thing. The creature is currently has Mordecai's head in its mouth, right?
Yes. No. So it's a small, in fact, it's a puny bat-like creature that has got itself wrapped around Mordecai's face and is biting into his face to drain the blood. As you look up, you can see one more flying round. You can see multiple in the roof, but you do see an exit. It's about 2 combat turns away, 1 if you have sprint.
Thing is, if I zap it, will I hurt Mordecai?
You need to do a cooled shot if you want to shoot at the creature.
Or a smite? How would I even do a cooled shot with smite? Do I just -20, I guess?
It says nothing about psychic powers. It just says to remove the creature you must perform a cooled shot or get in melee and then you can pull it off.
I'm going to rush, grab the creature and try to pull it off.
Okay, so if you give me a... Basically we'll call it a standard attack with a cooled shot. So I'll take your movement out of it, so your movement's free for the moment. So give me a standard...
No aim, or do I get half aim?
You don't
No
get the
aim.
standard bonus.
Oh yeah,
With
it's
the
called
culture.
shot. So,
Mhm.
Oh yes. So just
Culture
essentially,
has its own little.
yeah, it has its own
structure there.
rules, doesn't it? So it's just a -20 weapon skill.
Then cancel everything. I'm just gonna. This is gonna be bad because I'm 32 minus 20. Holy shit!
Whoa!
Thank God!
Okay. So as
Profiteers.
so as Liliana hears Mordecai let out a muffled whimper as the creature wraps around his head, biting in. Liliana just rushes over, grabs the creature. Somehow, luckily, her thumb and little finger jamming into the creature's ears, she just rips it off and throws it aside. The creature, in fact, give me a 1d10 plus your strength.
Ooh.
Okay. 1d10 plus strength, which is 2. Jesus.
So the creature hits the side of the hits one of the because you're in a refectory, so a cantina, hits the side of an old, rotten, rusted bench
Table?
and just crumples it underneath it and falls under the table. But it does seem to twitch and try to right itself.
Liliana, before her turn is over, she's just gonna shout, "Run!"
Okay, so Darius.
All right. So, where are we? We're inside like a rotten, like disused canteen kind of thing.
Yes.
These things are all like all over the roof. I take it or something, and they look
Yes.
like bats.
Yes, kind of.
All right. I have my stead holder. I did have that last time during the gunline bit. Right. Thank God I have quick draw because I'm going to quick draw my whistle.
Oh, no.
This is gonna be shit, but it might help. Quick drawing the whistle, singing in my mouth, and blowing at it while I shoot the closest one. That's not on someone's face.
Well, there's not. Oh, I guess yeah, the one on.
The one that missed me.
So
Oh, yeah, that one missed.
there's only one that's flying around at the moment. If you want to shoot it, you can. It's close to you. So short range, standard shot. Minus, I believe it's 30 because it's puny. It is puny,
Okay.
so minus 30.
Yeah, it's tiny, so yeah, nice thing. Okay.
Fair enough. You strike the target. It does not know how to dodge, and it's flying, so it can't really. Just roll me damage, please. Okay, so Darius, as Liliana rips the creature off and throws it down, and it clatters underneath tables and chairs, you see the one that came after Ezio, and you pulling out your rifle, aim, and fire. The creature just explodes in mid-air as you hit it cleanly in the torso, and its tiny form just explodes from the impact.
Nice.
So, Jenny.
Are there any
More-
more flying about?
There are no more flying about, but there are a lot more waking up.
Let's just go. Let's just run.
Okay,
run.
Jenny runs. Mordecai.
Can I see the one that Liliana chucked off my head?
It's currently underneath a load of tables and chairs.
They
In
just
which case, I'm just gonna belt it towards the door.
Okay.
I mean, I'm at -2 impact here. I don't want to get into a fight with them.
Ezio, what are you doing?
I mean, although I don't have to heal your head if there is no head to heal.
No persons are in immediate danger of being scratched to bits, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Then I see TFO.
Okay. I'm posting in chat the name of the creature if you want to look it
Oh,
up.
can I also draw my sniper rifle?
Sure, you can draw your steadholder. That's fine. So Liliana,
Ooh.
do you book it as well?
I'm going to book. Yeah, I'm gonna book it. Thing is, I'm a little bit concerned because Darius didn't run, right? He stayed behind.
No, on his next action, we're going to find out what he's doing.
I don't know, but the action before that, he shot the creature.
Yeah, he just
right?
shot the creature that was flying about. So he couldn't
Yeah, I'm just
then
gonna run.
run. Just like you couldn't run after you ripped it off his head. So you run out. Darius,
Yeah, I'm gonna run too.
you're also going to be taking off?
Yep, no run.
Okay. So, as you all run out, you are running, so they're -20s. Yes. Okay, so as you run out and you chase off down towards the exit of this cantina, the path is fairly clear, and as you focus on that small door with that tiny bit of light coming through, you just hear this whoosh. Jenny, one darts across you, but missing you narrowly. Another whoosh. And Waldo, Mordecai, one brushes past your ankles.
Oh my Christ.
They're going lower.
And then Ezio. All you hear is and a creature has hit you in the head.
Can I dodge?
You... Nope,
Or
you
not
cannot.
because it's narrative?
You can't dodge because of its skill that it has. Sorry. If it was narrative, even if it was narrative, you would normally get a chance. But
What skill is it? Just so I can look that. Just out of curiosity.
it is cranial clamps. No, cranial clamps or death
So
from above.
not a PC skill.
No, this is an animal skill from Dark Heresy, the original. So it wouldn't apply to you guys. So it does
Motherfuckers.
1d10 plus 2.
Alright.
So it does 8 to the head, but it is primitive.
So armor is doubled or not?
Yes, armor is doubled.
That means 3 damage.
So as the creature falls down on top, straight coming, its position was perfect. As it falls, just opening its wings, not to decelerate, but to wrap them around your face. The world goes dark, Ezio, as you feel the creature suck against your skin and then bite into your flesh. Yeah, kind of. There are no more attacks for this round. Ezio, you can run blindly if you want, or you can try and scream out for help from your comrades.
Can I scream and smash my head to the ground? With the monster between my head and the ground, for the record.
You could. It would slow you down.
But if I make this run, I'm out of the building, right?
If one more round, and you guys are out. If you go now and sprint, the creatures won't get another round to attack you. If you try to get the creature off, okay. So you will just see Ezio, just his head disappear as this creature wraps its wings around his head. But rather than stopping, you hear him cry out as he speeds up, sprinting towards where the door was. Ezio, roll me a 1d100. The rest of you, I imagine, follow on, just running for the exit.
Should use the scatter table.
Oh, that's not good for you.
Ezio, as you sprint forwards with this creature wrapped around your head, you think you've made it to the door, you think you've got there, and then you hit something very, very hard. I'm going to roll a 1d10.
I have a monster as a buffer.
You do. The creature is going to... whatever damage is done, half will go to you. The creature just explodes as you run full speed into the door frame, smashing your face against it. The creature's body splits, and the hard plasteel concrete just smashes into your face as you topple through the door and out. So I'm going to say that toughness will count, but not armor. So you take 5 damage because the creature takes half of it. Half of it goes through. So I think maybe you take 1.
Toughness is 2.
So you take 2 damage as your nose just explodes with blood as you topple through the doorway. You are clear of the creatures as
enjoy this.
As your comrades get through the door. I imagine one of them grabs you by the belt and just pulls you along as you're staggering after the collision. But you have made it through the area and running a short distance through the rubble, you see the area that you came up. So with only another short diversion, you're back on the path to getting out. You can stop if you'd like, or you can push on. And this is to the group.
I would like to set up 2 cover. Sorry.
Thing is, Liliana wants to run to the door, and as soon as everybody's out...
No, you've all made it. You've all made it through. You're not in the room anymore.
And only 2 of us got the suck.
Yes.
Yeah. Can I still see them coming before we close the door?
More of them do begin to drop from the roof. There's no door in which to close. The door is long gone. But as you run off down, you can see, you follow the corridors and you find your way back onto the path. They don't appear to follow.
I'd like to
I'm going to move once, and then I'm just going to cast Smite down towards the creatures, just to make sure they back off. Oh. I really do.
Hang on, so are you not leaving the room?
Oh, I'm leaving the room. But you said we're already out, right?
Yes, you're out of the room. But
I'm just going to keep poking you.
You're going
to... I'm just going to keep running.
Okay, because I was trying to figure out where you're doing this from, because unless you're going to stay right next to the door and fire smites in, there's nowhere... Like, you can keep looking behind you. You don't hear the creatures or see them flying down the corridor.
Okay, yeah. I thought from the corridor I could see the creatures. So, yeah, sorry, my bad. Then I'm just going to keep running.
Yeah, no, it's a very tight right-hand turn. And then the creatures are out of, like, the refectory is out of sight.
Gotcha. No, we're good in. I'm just gonna keep running.
So once you get back on the path, you know this will lead you, as long as there are no more problems, rubble moving, for example. Do you want to stop here to heal up and take a break, or do you just want to keep on pushing forwards?
How far are we?
The moment we kind of like realize that we're out of danger from the whatever they were, Mordecai would just go and ask Jenny, do you mind just taking a look at my head? I'm feeling kind of woozy. Can you see if you can heal me up?
You know, Mordecai, you're one unlucky guy. Do you know
So
that?
healing in narrative time. So when it's not in combat time, it does take longer. So if you want healing, you are going to have to stop and essentially take a small break.
Yeah, that's fine. That's kind of what Mordecai's wanting anyway, because he's feeling all woozy and horrid, and his head is taking a pounding today. Like, he almost had his face cut off. He's exploded in the warp. He's had this thing squelch at it. He's just not having a good day.
You
That's
just keep getting head.
I know. Next chance we get, I'm getting something a bit better than this. Just point to the guard helmet.
I'm gonna take off my helmet and hand it to you, so I might need a new one for now.
I kind of take it gingerly and offer you what remains of mine. Just go,
Oh no,
sorry.
I want my one back. Just until you do. Things seem to be attracted to your head. So
At this point, I'm going to have to
Do
think about
rather.
issuing you some sort of a golden patient card. How much I have to service you. May I
I'm sorry.
interest you in some bionic upgrades?
We'll talk about that later.
Darius is gonna whisper, "Oh, Jenny wants to service him, huh?"
So
Jenny's gonna throw a brick at him.
as you take this 10-minute break, get wounds healed, can you all roll me awareness?
Oh no. And I'm at -10 at the moment until I'm healed.
Wait, I have a perfect gift for it.
Hey!
I'm not gonna succeed this. No.
Jenny, you're meant to be healing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awareness first, though. Just give me
Yeah.
a second because my roll 20 is resisting again.
Resisting the rest.
And healing whenever that wants to. Cheat.
-10 for Mordecai because he's heavily wounded. Well, he's in critical.
Yeah. I'm in critical,
He's in
yeah.
critical, so yeah, -10. Actually, do take that penalty. -10, but +20, so +10 in general.
Yep.
Wow.
Ooh.
That was almost 100.
Ooh!
It really was as well. I saw that.
So 11 degrees of success because I believe Jenny has an intelligence bonus of 4.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, actually 12 because it's 7, then +1, 8, +4, 12.
Sadly, I can't heal above 6 because that's what I was on before I got hurt. But thanks for the awesome heal. I'm feeling a lot better. Slightly wasted on doing that well.
I also get a shot.
Because I have a question. Can we gonna see how tired everyone is and who is technically more tired than the rest?
Guess kind of in the general demeanor of them.
Technically, yes, but knowing from 1 fatigue to 2 fatigue would be quite difficult, but knowing from 1 fatigue to 3 fatigue would be quite easy to tell.
Albie,
Yeah.
are you in critical as well?
Yeah,
No,
I'm
I'm
saying
at
because I'd like to
10 out of 16.
I'd like to cast Invigorate on. I think Jenny's the one that looks tired the most out of all of us, right?
Yeah. Pretty sure.
I mean, I'm at 3 fatigue.
Well, Jenny, would you? Because again, that's something that the character should really ask for, because you're looking at someone and going, I'm going to cast a psychic power on them.
I don't know, because this is an area of effect of 1 meter. However, I can only use up to 2 psychic rating of giving up to 2. So I can cast this and recuperate up to 2 maximum, spread out anyway.
I mean, I think what this is trying to say is you shouldn't go around casting it on people without their consent.
Okay. It's just that since I wasn't going to touch, I was just going to, invigorate Jenny to make her, feel better.
Do you need to touch her or inform
don't.
her?
I don't need to touch her. It's 1 meter range.
Yeah.
I would just just have my arms crossed. I would basically look at her and cast at her.
So technically, I tell you what, give me another awareness check to see if you can even tell. Because whilst you can, in some ways, tell, you can tell that Jenny has slowed down and has taken longer to perform her medica healing arts than earlier. So if you want, you can use your psychic power. Jenny, technically there's no way for you to know. Mordecai, you can do a Psyniscience.
Yep.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I would feel different, but I wouldn't know before it was already done, I don't believe.
Nope.
I will heal all the... I'll heal 2 fatigue from Jenny.
Ezio, you get 9 health back.
I'm back at max.
I can't push it, it's just to the maximum of psi rating I have.
Yeah, and you can push for more psi rating.
It's always at the max the psi rating you
effective
cast
psi rating, not your actual psi rating.
It's always the psi rating you cast at rather than your actual psi rating.
You know what happened last time? Doubles came up.
Absolutely nothing is what happened last time.
Yeah, it's fine. Just
Yeah, the thing is, the sum of all levels removed from all characters cannot exceed his psi rating. So my psi rating is 2. I don't think it can go over.
Yeah, that's the whenever it says stuff like up to the psi rating, it's always the psi rating you cast at. So if you push and cast it for psi rating 4,
Here's the thing. Jim's not going to push, because push would mean he gets double, would mean he only not on doubles. He would call a demon.
That too. I'm not that crazy. I just want to make her, more focused and more...
So, Jenny, you, for some weird reason, lose 1 fatigue, and you become, you gain a second wind, almost. You're not quite sure what happened, but you do feel more energetic. So, as the loving healing arts are going on, Darius and Ezio.
Yes.
And that's it. You can hear in the ruins the clear sound of stones moving and falling down in a very large area. And as you listen, slowing down your breathing, trying to drown out the sides of Medicaid treatment going on behind you, you can hear more rubble moving far away in the distance, but there is the sounds of movement. And then you hear someone, a very almost muffled sound of someone in pain. It's only quickly, there's a quick No, not that. In the distance.
Okay. I'll motion to the group to listen out, and
It is my rifle.
I'm gonna reload my rifle.
Like, with him mentioning that, can I roll a Psyniscience to see if I can see anything up ahead in the warp, or
Ooh, I'm going to
I'll rig
I'm
away
gonna
for
also
everyone. I'd like to do the same.
So
roll my shotgun too.
at the moment, I don't
Reroll.
think you two have the ability to find out if there are people up ahead of you, but you can see if there's any psychicness
yeah.
Yeah,
going on.
I'm not looking for people. I'm just looking for warplings basically.
Yeah.
Because as far as I know, all I can see.
Especially since I know from what I saw last session that I haven't had a chance to share with our other psyker. I know that there is some weird psychic stuff going on. I do want to check in the warp as often as I can.
Sure.
God damn my dice!
Nope, you see nothing.
Know your pain.
Bully dice are back.
So,
Yeah.
are you guys going? What are you doing? You've Ezio and Mordecai have received their healing.
We just go home. We've done the
Okay.
job. My head hurts and
So you
I need
move
to
on.
sleep.
You push on.
Okay,
Unless-
no.
That was an invite for other people in the group to speak up.
I'm right. How confident are we that we have some sneaky people here? Who here has stealth? As in,
I have stealth, but I'm not that good at it.
I have stealth too, but I'm only trained in it.
Yeah.
So
Anyone else?
just as a reminder, so you've come out of the sewer tunnel. You went on
Are
a
we
you
out
went
of
on a
the danger zone
diversion.
yet?
Yeah, you've come out of a sewer tunnel. You're now in like ruined city blocks, and you've been diverted round through another building, and you're back on the path that you came out. But you're in a big city block. You know, there's vast spans of distance of just rubble and destroyed buildings and pillars that are crumbling and all sorts of nonsense. You've heard movement in the distance. But you know which way to go to get out, and it's not
Just-
towards the noises.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Leon is going to look to the group like, I'm not a sneaky person, but since the noise you heard wasn't in the direction we have to go, I say we should probably push until we reach the hangar. And we can lay low there because
all right. Yeah, bug out, but remember where this place is. Gonna have to come back to it, I think. Or trying to keep a general idea of where those noises are coming from.
whatever that noise was, I don't think it concerns us, and I don't think we are. She's going to look at Mordecai fit for combat now.
I'm gonna stay on guard, so I'll move to the back of the group and keep an eye out behind us and around us.
Very well.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay firmly in the middle of the group so I don't get targeted
Yeah.
easily.
So you set up your formation, and you begin to make your way out, following the path that you recognise. And after a few hours of tense trekking, and a few more of strolling through more populated and well-kept areas, you make it back to your hideout. Absolutely exhausted after, so you've done basically been up and active for a good 19 hours, including fighting, talking, negotiating, and harvesting. Which one's your base? I can't remember. I didn't write it down as
The
base.
hangar.
Place Yeah, the place with the
That's the
other
one.
tech priest.
No, I named it something else. Here we go. You make it back to your base. Safe and sound to a degree, at the very
Mostly.
least. So, to speed things along a slight little bit, you make your way through the paths, and as you come to the split, you see Ceres's servo skull. As you all come down the corridor, the servo skull scans you all, and you each get blinking red lights as it scans you. Before Jenny would receive a Vox transmission in binary from Ceres, asking if you need any assistance with your wounds.
I don't think we do.
I do.
It is. I'm just gonna. It is fine. I can deal with it. It's mostly
no.
time now.
I'm not going to the other chick. Who the hell is she? I still don't trust her.
Okay, so with that, the servo skull carries on its position of guarding this area. You make your way in, dumping off your heavy loads of simple biofungus. Yes, that's one. And make your way into your rooms, where some of you may just collapse from exhaustion, where others will be excited to tinker or talk.
Before we do that, I'd like to pass my helmet to Jenny. Could you please repair this? I know you're good at that sort of thing.
Am I good at that sort of thing, though? I'm gonna try.
I mean, you're a tech priest, so you fix.
I would say you don't have any time today to do any actions. That'll all have to be for later.
Yeah, it's just him giving it to her so that because it's useless to him at the moment anyway. And he'd also like to ask Liliana to his room so that he can talk to her about things that happened.
You may be getting ahead after all.
God damn it. Not a big titty towel GF, god damn it.
That sounds like heresy.
Big titty toe GF. What are you lying about for? The itty bitty titty toe GF. They can't melee.
What do you think I want when they can't fight back?
Someone just slammed their head into a desk.
Remind me to get that photo for you then.
Does Liliana come to my room to talk about things?
Talk?
I don't think Liliana's swings that way.
How
it's
now?
not about swinging that way. Well, there's one of four ways really. Oh, we lost someone.
I'm sorry.
I guess we lost Jim. No, we still got Jim.
Who dropped out and rejoined?
Jim.
Jim.
Oh.
Okay.
God damn it, Jim.
God damn it, Jim.
I think we've lost him.
Yeah.
Sadness as the one person who was needed.
I know, right?
So for the moment then, Liliana just waves her hand at you and mumbles, "In the morning," as she crawls into her bedroom and lays down on her cot. As for a fact, most of you now that you're back at a safe location begin to feel your eyelids growing heavy as sleep is crying out to be had.
Okay, I'm back.
You wake up the next day.
Hello.
So everyone can heal 1 HP if they needed to
Yay! Free
heal.
healing. What about fatigue?
Yeah.
You remove all of your fatigue.
Yes.
So I'm at 7 HP. Oh yeah.
I'm at 11. Nice.
Okay.
When I wake up, Mordecai's gonna try and cook a breakfast and cook one for Liliana too, and kind of sheepishly offer it to her because he's now quite afraid of her.
Why are you afraid of me? What happened?
Because I asked to talk to you and you said in the morning, and it was about things that happened.
Fake.
Oh,
things.
yeah. But again, gotcha. I know what you mean.
Yeah, so he's gonna get up early and cook 2 rations, so one for Liliana, and knock on her door.
Yeah,
Are you
Not a version.
up?
I'm afraid of consuming your food out of character because I already heard that Ezio almost died your food.
I mean, these are MRE packs. You can't really get.
Wow. You're cooking up an MRE. How romantic.
It's because it's not for romance. That's why.
Not for romance. What kind of
Cooking.
suitor are you?
He's heated it up somehow. If you actually want to cook, then I'll get you to roll the cooking skill, and we'll laugh as you fail.
I will happily roll the cooking skill.
Intelligence, half your intelligence.
No, I actually have cook.
Oh, you actually have the cook skill.
I actually have cook. It's not going to go well, but I actually have.
So, do you have? Because there are modifiers to this. Do you actually have anywhere to heat it up, or are you going to be using your psychicness?
I will probably be using my psychicness, but I fail anyway.
God damn it.
So, I am not counting psychic fire as a cooking implement. So it is at least a -10 for using a non-standard cooking device. And then, well, it's just an MRE, so it'd probably just be a -10. You must get water with it.
He's heat himself up.
Yeah, they kind of heat themselves up.
It depends. It depends.
MREs.
This
Do you
is
think- Do you think
40k.
the guardsmen have hot food?
This is
Yeah.
40k.
We have sieve rations. We need boiling water for that.
It's I'm gonna give you that somehow Ceres has set up to siphon off clean water from the hive's sources, because otherwise she'd have to go and get water somehow. So I'll give you that you have not unlimited water, but you have enough to be able to heat it up. So as you take the heated rations over to Liliana, and Liliana, as you place it down and you offer it to Liliana, as she touches the table, she can feel the heat just spewing off this ration. He may have left it in there for a bit longer than it should have been.
Leo's gonna take a spoon, put into the goop, raise it up, let the goop drop from the spoon down back into the plate. Thank you, Mordecai. You didn't have to. It's just gonna plant the spoon back into the food. She's gonna look at him.
No, it's not very good. It's just more of a peace flower, if you will, or something like that. we need to talk about what happened yesterday.
Yeah, Liliana is going to giggle. Please, Flaw Mordecai, I know precisely what happened today, and if it really was your fault in any way, I would probably have, killed you back there. I know what happened, Mordecai. You're fine.
Yeah. Can you not mention exactly what happened to the others? They might kill me.
Liliana's just going to smile, say, mention what? Mordecai. And she's going to smile.
Gonna smile back and just go, thank you, and I'm sorry for that. And I just point at the slop. And kind of, I just walk off with mine like, I feel like this is bad.
She's just going to giggle. And when Mordecai's not looking, she's going to look around and say, now where the hell is the trash bin?
You're
You
wasting
do-
food.
You do realize
Actually, no. I'm going to give this to... I'm going to roll a d3.
Give it to Ezio, because he's already eating it.
Okay. Jenny!
Wow. Yeah, this is bullying.
I rolled a d3. It was Darius, Jenny, and then Ezio.
Oh,
wait,
Liliana's
what?
Liliana's gonna move towards Jenny and say, Jenny, have some food. Compliments of Mordecai. Liliana's gonna turn around and leave.
Jenny's just gonna look at the goop. Ezio!
Jesus Christ,
Oh.
guys.
What is it?
Chow's here.
Great. I show it.
I'm just gonna
Not
hand
a
it to
single-
Ezio and leave.
Not a single speck left. Oi, those MREs are better than anything else I've eaten in the last week. I think.
I mean, it's better than sewer rat, that's for sure.
Thing is, since Mordecai burned it, does Ezio have to roll again? Constitution?
No,
He doesn't know it was
it's-
Mordecai.
I thought we declared
This is actual food.
So basically what he did, as this is a civilian ration, normally you wouldn't heat it up, you would just open it up and it'd be a solid bar of protein and fibre and carbs. So he put it in a bath of hot water, closed, so all the bars just melted and turned into a gloop. And then I somehow got some bowls and poured it on as a gloopy solid, like, it's coagulating as we speak. As the time passes, it's getting harder. So it's not particularly
You're really
nice
ruining my
looking,
appetite, miss.
but as Ezio scarfs it down, it's just a mixed ration. Although Ezio, you may have had nicer food at the bar when you had the chance, but it's at least the second nicest thing you've
it's
eaten.
free food.
And that too. Mordecai, mark
It's
off
very
2 rations
realistic.
from your...
Yeah, I already have.
Okay.
Don't worry,
Just-
stuff ahead of you.
I'm just eating my rations like a normal person.
Yeah, Liliana's gonna eat one of the rations too.
See, under normal circumstances, Mordecai would have, but he was trying to do something nice because he was kind of afraid of the other psyker killing him.
It's a
You don't know about.
Thing is, Liliana's a nice person, man.
I know.
If you were truly nice, you would have eaten it.
She's nice, not insane.
Waste not, whatnot.
Nicely.
She wants the boots again, that's all. She wants boots, not rations.
But yeah, Liliana's a nice person. You don't have to worry about her. Unless you massively fuck up or do some heresy, then she'll have a problem because she technically grew up in a black ship just like you.
It did explode in the warp. You've seen people killed for that, so...
Yeah.
Anyway, and then Mordecai's going to eat his food and then go back to his room and say, if you need me, call for me, otherwise I'm going to be asleep. My head is still killing me.
Have a good night, Mordecai.
Kind of not moment to ask, but what weapons are available to us?
I mean, we're not at the shop.
Weapons, you're not at the shop at the moment, and you haven't checked. So there's probably going to be nothing new in there at the moment, because only a day has, maybe 2 days have passed since you last cleared him out.
Out of character, remind me, did we agree to bring the fungus directly to Ceres, or first to the poisoned kiss and then
So,
to her?
as you all slept, you loaded off your cargo into the hall and went off to bed. In the night, the Mechanicus was at work. A couple of servo skulls came into your area, scanned the cargo that you laid down, took samples, and scurried off back to their mistress.
Bitch.
In the morning,
Do we notice it?
no, you're all asleep. In the morning,
I mean, do we notice it in the morning?
no.
Man.
Their tiny little servo arms opened the clasps on your bags, and then one of them went in and took a little slice of fungus, put it in a sample tube, took another slice of fungus, put it in a sample tube. They closed it up with their tiny little servo arms and then flew off. There's no way of knowing. However, Jenny, as you're sat eating breakfast, looking just decidedly worried at what Mordecai calls cooking, just shaking your head, biting down on your crunchy ration bars, a servo skull flies in and relays in binary a message to you. My mistress has determined the state of your biomass. She has determined what chemicals and drugs can be formulated from these samples. A small printout comes out of its mouth.
Yes!
And its arms rips off the very fine paper that has been printed from it and holds it out to you, Jenny.
I take the paper.
So, Jenny, as you look down at the paper, you can see that two main drugs can be made from this. Panaenumium, which is a drug that is used in Medicaid kits, but also has a number of other uses. Ceres believes that 1 unit of the fungus should be able to make 20 doses or 20 units of drug, and each unit can be sold for 40 thrones, meaning that each unit will make you 800 thrones. The readout tells you that this process will take 2 days for each production line to finish. Ceres also calculates the numbers, because why not, that in 30 days you can make 12,000 thrones from making this drug. You then read down, but that will take up 15 units of fungus. You then read down to the other drug readout. A drug named Soma, or Soma. 1 unit of fungus will make 10 doses or units of Soma. Each dose is worth 500 thrones. It will take Ceres 4 days to make each one. So in 4 days you'll make 5,000 thrones. And she's also
just like Mountain Blade.
And she's also
Would you like to open a
calculated.
productive enterprise in here.
She's also calculated the month total as well. 35,000 thrones for 7 units of fungus. So, the arrangement that you have made, you have not made any arrangement with Ceres as a member or contact of the Poison Kiss. You only know that she was looking for biomatter to perform a task of her own. Liliana knows that the Poison Kiss asked her to go and get fungus biomatter for them to then send off to their specialist.
Which is presumably Ceres.
You don't know that.
That's my character's assumption, because I'm pretty sure Liliana told us that they were looking for the exact same raw materials.
The thing is, Liliana thought about that when they mentioned that they had a specialist, and Ceres has already told us she worked with the Poison Kiss, but we can't know for sure. That's the problem.
That's what Jenny in character thinks. So the question is, do we want to screw over the Poison Kiss and essentially cut them out of the deal?
Yes.
I don't think we should.
I don't think we should either. As much as we would earn more, but I don't think we should, because that would antagonize them.
Yeah, and besides, Lillian is trying to get access to the Poison Kiss and become a member.
You just want her shoes, okay? Either that or her booty, or both.
If Liliana becomes a member of the Poison Kiss, and she starts being able to do stuff like
Jenny,
exactly what we just did.
Jenny, do you have any idea of what we would need to farm these shrooms?
Presumably some sort of hydroponics installation.
Yes, and do you have an idea of how we can make or get one? I mean, we have a lot of space here.
But neither materials, nor power, nor hydration.
We have some power. We don't have hydration though. Well, we have a small amount of water every day.
I mean,
it's probably not going to be enough for farming, though.
I mean, could be a small setup. That's it. With 7 units, 35k a month. That would mean.
No, that was a month. The 35,000 was for a month's work. Oh, also, note. So, the Imperial calendar is a really fucked up thing. There are 1,000 units in a year.
Oh, shite.
That's how the Imperium calculates its yearly. So, rather than counting the revolutions of a planet, rather than counting the revolutions of a planet, they count it in, each year is a set amount, so, of time. I'm counting it as 24 hours because that's Terra.
Yeah.
It would make sense that they would base it off that. So that's basically 1,000 days in an Imperial year. So you guys basically have 500 days to perform the task. I may adjust that, but we'll see. They did say that they'd be turning up roughly in 6 months.
How much units is a month? How much
you would
days?
use up? Oh, so it would still be calculated at 30 days would be 30 units, because this is only going to come into effect when I put you on a planet that has a very short day and night cycle. But this planet is Terran standard. It was just a note for you. You have actually got longer than you might think.
Okay.
And for you to make the Soma, that's 7 units of fungus a month.
Yes. If we spent 8 months, no, 240 days farming, making Tsoma with 7 units of fungus a month, I believe we get. No.
That depends on whether it grows that quickly, though, as well.
Yeah, probably, it most likely won't grow that fast. And
It's 35k, right?
Yes.
I don't think we're all just gonna sit here and start farming.
Yeah.
So you have 45 units of simple biofungus. How much are you going to give to the Poison Kiss? Because Ceres is Inquisition. She just wants a cut of what you... If she's helping you, then she wants a cut, basically. And considering most of this work is going to be based on her, she definitely wants a cut. So how much of your total amount would you put aside and send to the Poison Kiss, and how much would you keep for yourselves?
50-50.
Because they don't know that how much you've got. They have no idea how successful you have been.
Right, how many units have we got?
45.
45 in total.
45, and it's 35k for 7 units.
Yes.
I say we keep 21 and give the rest to the Poison Kiss. We're still giving them the
If we sell it
share.
all, we have 225k total gross sale.
The thing is, the problem is, we're probably giving even more to them. We should, if we want to keep and give something to Ceres, we should give something like 14 to Ceres. Because,
no, Ceres,
like,
Ceres is counted in with you. So any money you guys make, she's taking a chunk. She's being a partner in that.
I mean,
there's
Ceres
you
is
don't
a
give her...
linchpin of this whole operation, let's be honest.
No, yeah. Okay, let me rephrase that then. I think we should keep 14 because she needs 7 for Soma, right? And we give the lion's share to the Poison Kiss because that would accrue goodwill with the Poison Kiss. And goodwill would help us later down the line, just like, we're making an investment.
So just pointing out, they have no idea how successful you've been. If you want to give them 31 units, you can, but that's entirely up to you guys to work out.
I say we only give them 20. Keep the rest.
We will have to give a decent sized portion. Yeah, 20. That leaves us with 25. A portion of that can go to what's her name?
Yeah.
It's still a decent portion for them.
Yeah, there's still a lot of money their way, but also, we get to benefit a decent amount as well.
The problem you guys have to think too is that
I would give only half to the poison, maybe 60.
The thing is I'm considering is even though they don't really know, the Wild Wardens, I think they know we were transporting shit. And they are technically at peace with the Wild Wardens, but they might talk. Because we met the Wild Wardens and I had to tell them that we were technically working for the Poison Kiss as a third party.
Yeah, details.
So, the grand total given to the Poison Kiss will be...
Yes.
I still think lion's share, but...
We have 45, right?
Yes.
You have 45.
Then I propose 23.
Yeah.
Maybe 24. 24.
Give them 24, because then we still have 21, and then they still get in the more share, so they can't really complain too much.
Or maybe ask what their buy price is.
So 21 units are placed into packing crates. And how would you like to... Because this is the next day. The other samples have been taken off to Ceres's side. And she'll begin extracting the chemical components from the fungus, and she'll inform you if anything of it is edible and can be turned into nutrients.
Fungus bread.
How would you like
just
to carry this? Because each unit is 5. Are you going to take the whole? Are you going to try and gather up your team to go up, or are you going to try and find another way?
First things first. I don't remember because I don't think I have noted this down. But did I get Tiffany's combead number?
Does she even have a combead?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I think you were given the number to the bar. Where is it?
Yeah.
It'd be notes, VIPs, and I believe you got given the combead to the rotten prick.
I have to note this down. Rotten prick bar, poison kiss bar.
Yes. Have block Zeta 1.
Have block Zeta 1. Rotten prick. We're in communications arrays. Zeta 9?
Have block.
Right?
Have block Zeta.
No.
Sorry,
Our current location. Yeah, we're in Zeta 9, right? The communications
Yes.
array?
Yes, well,
Okay.
you thought it was a communications array, but Mechanicus know that it was something else.
Yep, gotcha. I will microbead Tiffany and tell her we have some. Well, I'll microbead the bar and ask for Tiffany. And if Tiffany is there, I will tell her I have a delivery for her and where should I drop it.
The girl on the other end informs you that Tiffany's not in. She's out working. Any deliveries can be made to the bar if the bar is the closest to you, because obviously she doesn't know where you are. If you're, and she mentions a couple of other areas, in those areas you'll have to go to other places. But considering the bar is the closest for you, yeah, bring it to the bar.
Since the male members of the party, warband, technically don't have to go to stay there afterwards, I think Liliana will ask the group if they would mind helping her bring the 24 units to the bar. And as soon as we drop everything there, Liliana will stay there and just wait for Tiffany.
Yeah,
Will do.
sounds reasonable.
Then we will deliver this to the bar.
And we can have breakfast at Tiffany's.
No.
You said I did not.
No.
No.
I really like. I was going through all the music that's been added just to see if there's any good stuff, and I really should have just added in some club music because I completely forgot that we're in a 40k ganger bar. We could have had some weird electro, drum and bass, techno remix shit.
Just keep adding more stuff.
I mean, if you just want electronic music, I have a bunch of those. I can.
No. There is stuff there, but I didn't add it, and I'm not going to go through it now. So
all you need is Beer Sonder. Or Ricardo Milos.
So as we come over to the Hive map.
As soon as we drop stuff, Liliana will ask the group to basically, okay, bye. They don't like you people here. See you guys later.
So
Make
as
sure
you get
a good price.
So as you get to the bar, one of the girls outside, who was on a smoke break, sees you coming, does recognise you, Liliana, and as you make your way carrying these crates, No one really looks or tries to stop you as you're coming through the lower hive because there's a group of you. You're not on your own. She opens the doors for you, and you all basically one after another head on in to the Rotten Prick. The music is low at the moment. It's still morning. It's about 10, 11. Yeah, it's about half 10, 11. As you make your way in, there's a few bar girls cleaning up the place and just getting things ready. A couple of early morning drinkers, and as you make your way in, you can see that a couple of tables have been pushed together so you can unload your crates, and the bar girl, the one behind the bar, who I can't remember what her name was, she directs you, Liliana, to put all the stuff down there. They do get a good look at the male members of the group. I think it's just Jenny. The Jenny, they kind of give you waves and like, oh morning, oh, you know, they're far more friendly and open to you all, to you. Did I write down who was the bar woman? I know Tiffany did. No, I didn't.
The bar woman, I took it down. Her name was Jane, I believe.
Oh really? I didn't. I must have. Never mind. I must have forgotten to do that.
Because the two names I have from the Poison Kiss are Tiffany and Jane. And this is not the same bar we were sleeping before, because that bar had a barmaid named Liz.
This is the same bar that you were drinking at before.
No. The first bar, the one we stayed in.
Oh, yes, the one that you were sleeping in. Like, I've got 6 members, names, people for the Poison Kiss alone. It gets a bit confusing to keep track of them all. As the men come in, I believe I will roll some hidden numbers, one for each of you. Okay, so as the men come in, the girls don't really greet you very kindly. They're a little bit snooty towards you, and they don't appear. They just seem to take a disliking to all of you, unfortunately. As you come in, there's just a very coldness that comes about them. A girl who's not interested, a girl who's maybe been a bit of a bully in some ways towards an unwitting male.
Liliana will make sure to be at the front of the group, and as soon as we're done unloading the crates, she'll still be in front of the group, basically representing the group. And as soon as they're done, I'll basically wave off the male members, and I'll just keep talking to Jenny. I will apologize later, but you know, I would have mentioned this to you guys because they don't like men.
No, fuck it, I don't like them either. Fuck them.
This was before we reached there, that's the thing.
So long as they pay us, they don't have to like us.
So Jenny, are you staying behind?
Yeah, I would accompany Liliana for now.
Okay, so unfortunately for the male player characters, you were shooed off with ice dagger-like stares, and you get the hint, taking your leave of your other 2 party members.
I'm half tempted to order an armsec.
If you want, you can. You could try to muscle your way in.
They'll probably charge you triple or double.
Yeah. No. Yeah, fuck it.
No?
I gotta go to Dodgy Dave's and get fucking stat holder ammunition, so I'll do that when you guys are finished.
Right. So, as the men leave, a nondescript grain, a clear alcohol is poured out. It appears to be 3 half shots. As the bar girl comes out from behind the bar, she opens up one of the crates to see what you actually have, and seeing that you've got the goods and delivered them, She goes back round to the bar, pulls out a calculator, and does some quick maths. Hey, well, it seems like you got everything here. At least, well, more than what we expected, to be honest with you. I'll let Tiffany know if you're not planning on staying. If you want, you can stay and have some drinks. I'm sure you'll be able to afford it. So this is what we'll pay you for your work. She raises a shot glass as she turns the calculator round. For the 21 units of biofungus, you'll get 5,250 thrones.
How much?
I thought it was 24 we gave them.
No, 21.
21.
No, wait, well, hold up. We kept 21, wasn't it? And we gave them 24?
That's what I thought, yeah.
So I said at the last thing, let me just make sure I didn't... Yeah, I said at last, so you're giving them 21 units, and you all said yes. Or some of you said yes, and I take that as consensus.
Yeah, sorry, because I thought the agreement was 24 for them and 21 for us.
If you want to swap it round, I can do it now.
Yeah, because I thought that's what we said. But...
So you're giving them 24. Very well.
Because it still leaves us with 21.
It's even more than they expected.
How much were they paying? I mean, just out of curiosity.
5.2. Okay.
For all of it?
Yep.
Yeah.
They're ripping you off.
Yeah, they're shafting us here.
I know. I'm not poison kissed, not yet.
So for one, none of you have any idea how much biofungus is worth or what the drugs are worth. That was all
true.
From the Mechanicus, which you wouldn't have access to. So...
Didn't I thought thing was...
As far as Liliana is aware, this is money, far more money than what we started with. And this is, again, unprocessed goods. And goodwill was, a membership to the Poison Kiss.
So you get paid 6,000 thrones. That's what the calculator says as she raises up her half shot of nondescript alcohol. There are 2 nondescript half shots of alcohol next to you 2.
Liliana would take it, give it a nod.
Jenny would take it.
And I'll take the shot.
The shot glasses clink together and the shot goes down. You see her do hers as well. It burns like battery acid as it goes down. Can you both give me toughness tests with a +10? She starts coughing as it goes down and she swallows hard. It's not as smooth as it normally is. Oh.
Apparently Jenny knows how to hold her alcohol.
Liliana would just smile. Well, sometimes it goes down the wrong pipe,
Well, sometimes. I'll get you. She motions to you to stay there, and she goes off through the back door behind the bar, and you can hear things happening. About 2 or 3 minutes later, she comes back round with how would you get it in an under? In an underhive, I imagine it's imperial notes. So it's actually a note-based paper. In the upper hive, you do have credit cards and things of that nature, but down here, I think it would all be cash or goods. So she comes over with bundles, 3 thick bundles of used notes. And passes it over to you.
I'll take it. I'll read it.
Read it. You've been given 6,000 notes.
Oh, sorry. Notes.
It's bucks.
Sorry.
Thrones. Yeah. I mean, thrones aren't. I don't know what a throne is. If it's paper, if it's credit, if it's
every planet is different. It could be coins. It could be notes.
Could be plastic.
Sorry. I understood that I got notes like, oh, let me just read this note. No, you mean the 6,000 thrones? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Read the note. It's a setup. This isn't real money.
6,000 divided by 5.
She just went in the back
6.
and opened a fucking box of Monopoly.
Actually.
Oh no, it is 5 for this one. It is 5 for this one.
Yeah. The thing is, I'm just considering because I wouldn't show them directly that I'm gonna give half to Jenny. So Jenny takes 3,000. I'm gonna keep 3,000.
Hey,
Liliana,
money.
actually, no. I'm gonna give you 4,000, and I'm gonna keep 2,000. I'm just going to give you a nod, and I'm hoping you get what I mean. Basically, to show that you're paying less to the rest of the crew.
I mean, at the moment, it looks like that the boss has taken the larger percentage, and then the second has taken the rest to pass it down, because the rest of them aren't here to then give them smaller amounts. That's what it looks like to her. So,
yeah. I mean, this is mostly just flair and performance. So
sure. So, would you stay in the bar until Tiffany arrives, if she arrives back, or would you go about?
I'll tell Jenny that I'll take a seat and I'll be waiting here for Tiffany. If she wants to stay with me, she's welcome to. But
yeah, Jenny's gonna stick around.
Okay. And I guess that's what we do.
So the bar girl does inquire as to how you and Jenny met. Seeing as Jenny's in Medicaid
uniform,
robes,
quote unquote.
Yeah, Mechanicus Medicaid robes.
I'm going to let me see my injuries. I'm going to show her a scar on my torso. I'm gonna raise the left side of my shirt, and I'm gonna show a scar. Oh, I met her while traveling, and she was a good medic.
Aren't you the Medicaid from the Medicaid outpost that everyone's been talking about?
Ooh.
They were talking about me?
They do care.
Well, you saved a lot of... Well, you saved lives. Once they were discharged, they were...
I'm doing my best.
I would like you both to roll charm for me.
I'm sorry, roll what?
Charm.
What is
Any
this
bonus or
charm
minus?
and where can I get it?
Any bonus or minus this?
Nope, this will be flat.
Fellowship.
Okay.
Yep.
8.
That
I'm
was...
going to re-roll that because fuck that number. Come on, dice gods. Please, 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 please. Thank you.
Okay. So, there were pluses applied to this. Jenny doesn't fail by as much, she still does fail. And Liliana succeeds by a little bit more. You performed a task for the poison kiss. You came back good. Well, you came up good with the goods. And Jenny has a small reputation with the citizens in Hablock Zeta. She pours you both another drink. This one is not an Amasec, but it's clearly an Underhive drink that's trying to pull off being an Amasec. Not asking for any payment, she pours them out to you and pours herself one, and she begins to chat with you for a while. You find out, Jenny, that you actually saved one of her friends. However, a number of people in this area were killed. She, after her drink is gone, she pours herself another little one, and about an hour has gone by of talking back and forth. And she seems to be, the alcohol seems to be hitting her a little bit. And as she goes on to those who were lost, she begins to bring up what happened to those left behind. She begins to get very angry about a scholar taking in many of the orphans, even though they have not blood relatives, but gang relatives. Poison Kiss doesn't like having children who are technically part of their gang being taken out. But that seems to be what this scholar is doing.
And this scholar, what's his name?
No, it's the
So it'd technically be a scolum, but it was told to you as the so it was told to you before as the scolum, but Underhive slang. You have been told this before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
I know it out of character, but I can't tell you.
Yeah, Lorena has no idea of character. Also, Lorena will be making sure not to be getting wasted.
So
She'll be nursing as much as possible to drink.
you know, there was someone at the Medicaid station claimed to be from this column. I'm pretty sure there's something shady going on, and the other doctor, it's not even a doctor. I don't think he could bandage a wound if he had to.
Was that to the bar girl?
Yep.
Just to double check.
Mm-hmm.
Aye, well, that scholar is taking our children. They're not ours by blood, but they're ours by family. Tiffany's been going mad about it. And so Ceres. She's fuming. But what can we do about the middle hivers scum? She spits on the floor.
I'm sorry, Saris?
Aye, the boss. Ceres.
Hold up.
We just got ripped off bigger than we thought.
She looks at you with like confusion.
Tell me more.
The nightshade of the lower hives, Ceres. Have you not met the boss yet?
We have not, unfortunately.
Oh, I see. I guess you haven't done enough for the gang yet. Well, you'll meet her in due time, I suppose, as long as you keep doing stuff like this. I'm sure it won't take long.
I am trying to be a valuable asset.
Does Does Ceres go by any other name? No, more than just Ceres.
Nightshade.
Can't say I heard that one.
She shrugs.
Lillian will just be quiet saying, well, we are trying to prove our value to the poison kiss, so we can become an asset. And as you can see, my friend here, my female companion here, I keep good company when it comes to my female friends.
Probably best to keep an eye out on your male compatriots or hirelings or enforcers, whatever you.
Liliana will smile. Well, as you saw before, they're very good at carrying trades for us.
Aye, true, but so's a servitor, and if you keep making thrones like you are, I'm sure you'll be able to afford one of them. She kind of laughs to herself at that.
Lillian will smile.
So, are you planning on waiting until Tiffany comes back, or are you putting a time limit on how long you stay?
No, Liliana doesn't really have anything to do, so Liliana will be waiting. I don't know. Jenny, are you staying with me out of character, or you think you're gonna go back to the outpost, medical outpost?
See, because now Jenny's very, very curious if Nightshade of the Lower Hive is our Ceres, which she, out of character, most certainly is. In character,
Yeah, if our Inquisitor friend is the actual boss of the Poison Kiss, I'm gonna be... I don't know.
Okay, so Jenny's going to stay.
Yep.
So the camera zooms out of the bar on a little servo skull, and it finds, with a gene scent sniffer, the rest of our group. So Darius, Mordecai, and Ezio, as you walk into Dodgy Dave's weapon emporium, no, equipment emporium.
Only the most honest merchant here.
Only the greatest merchant here. He looks over at, as you all walk in, he greets you cheerily. You're right there, guys. You're all looking rather a bit sketchy, but you're looking well at least. Been eating a lot. Kind of like pokes the air with his finger. Oh, whatever your name was, you wanted to the nano. I found someone who would do it for you.
Oh, that's great. Who are they?
Well, look, to be honest with you, it cost me a bit trying to find this information out and everything. So you have to keep that in mind. But I got in contact with my guys, you know, and he knows a man who was told about a guy who he said was able to get him an Astartes helmet. You know, just as a trophy, just as something, you know, to have from one of the angels, you know.
Calling fucking bullshit on this one out of character.
So I figured that this guy would be able to, you know a guy who knows a guy at the very least. So I sent him a message through courier, at expense to myself, no less. And he found him. He found the bloke. He was who he said he was, and he agreed that he would meet up for like shipment manifest, basically. If you, I mean, I suppose I could just give him your sword and have a courier take it to him, but he seemed like one of those blokes that maybe you should at least meet.
Vet ourselves.
Well, yeah, it seemed like the sword was important to you, and I don't want to like send it off and it never come back. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that would negatively tarnish our relationship, Dave. I'll just flick him 10 thrones.
Courier to the upper part of this place is like 50 thrones.
No, I'm making it clear like this is for paying him for getting that information for me. It's like so this is the sort of man I would like to vet myself if that's possible. Do you think you could arrange a meeting with them?
Yeah, no, I can do that. He wouldn't give me a Vox number for him, which was a bit odd, but he did give me a Vox number for a courier near him. That apparently it's a drop off. So I'll get back to you in a couple of days, I suppose, and he'll set the place and time, and you'll have to go and meet him per his request.
That sounds grand. Thank you. Thank you again.
He puts a glow stick in his mouth and lights it, and well, I figured that you were the kind of guys who might be repeat customers, so keeping you on the sweet and, you know, having the gears greased, it seemed like going the extra mile would profit me in the end. So,
as when he says that, I just kind of do that smiling roll of the eyes, like, oh, you, and I slide him another 5 thrones, just like yep, you know how to treat us well. And you're a shrewd businessman to boot.
Well, I do try with the better clientele to keep them, you know, happy and, you know, get the stuff in that they want, but you know, they don't always survive long enough to you know, pay dividends on that, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well.
So I did actually acquire from this individual. I noticed how quickly you snapped up my fine flak armor. So I figured that considering he had some armor which was fairly well priced, maybe you would take an interest in it.
I just kind of look at the others. It's like, there you've got armor. And kind of like do you mind if I take this one? Go, yeah, your helmet really saved me quite a lot of pain recently. But I took a bit of a bashing, and I am in the need of some more good quality stuff. We are also about to get some. Well, we're expecting some pay. We just completed a job, so you know.
But of course. Well, this way, just 5 thrones, and I can let you in. He smiles.
Wait, it's every time fee?
Yeah. Until we
Son
become,
of a bitch.
until we become like the most regular customers he's ever going to get.
I just paid him 15 for nothing for information.
Yeah.
Plus 50 for his courier.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. Hopefully we stay here long enough till the others get here.
So as you make your way in, Mordecai, you can see that he actually has two. He has 2 full suits of hardened body gloves, which I'm adding on top of because it's meant to be arms, body, and legs, but I'm going to add on head as well. Because in the lore, body.
10 thrones, right?
5 thrones this time.
That's actually something I meant to bring up. Apparently, the flak cloak was errated to have head as well.
Really?
Yeah. It's like a flak fucking hood or some shit that comes with the cloak.
Oh, okay. I didn't realise that. Then sure, you can. If it's in the errata, you can add it in.
I need to vet that because when I saw it yesterday, because there's some things on post.
That means the flat cloak is the same coverage as the full-on armor, but I guess
that means
less
that
so.
literally Flat Cloak is the best early game armor you can have.
Yeah.
Barty, yeah.
Far from
Arbites,
Apart
light
from
enforcer.
apart from
although-
IT, but like the Flak Cloak is way less conspicuous, and for the one less armor, that's really no brainer.
True.
That's the thing. I think that's Dark Heresy 2nd edition errata though.
Yeah.
Unless, or are we using Dark Heresy 2 armor?
How many hardened body gloves did you say?
So we're gonna use. So yeah, no, I'll allow it for head. But if you can try and get a helmet because it makes more sense at one point. But he has 2 suits of hardened body gloves, all locations. This is an advanced armor, which is 3 AP in each location. It weighs 5 kg. He wants 400 per.
Hardened body gloves don't give it to the head, though.
Yeah, but this is giving it to us.
Oh, okay.
He's DM ruling.
Okay. No.
I'm just trying to.
If any of you doesn't want that, I want that. I like body gloves.
I want that, but I don't have cash.
I want that. I know we're about to get paid, so I might dip into my seed money. It's a dangerous game, I know. If we
It
don't
is a
get
very
paid,
dangerous game.
I mean, I only have 146 rounds left, so I'm probably already in seed money.
Jesus Christ!
I've still got all my seed money. I've just got 20. So yeah, I'm gonna drop the 3. Has he got any other armor in there, like good helmets and stuff? I'm gonna kind of go over to them and kind of like look up at them like wide-eyed and like touch like my broken nose and like the scratches on my face. Like, this could have saved me all of this. Just dig into my bags and pull out the 300 thrones.
400.
400 thrones. Yeah, we're gonna get paid that much anyway. It's fine.
No one actually. If you guys, there are only 2 suits. You guys should buy it. Even if I don't get one of those, I'm working for the Poison Kids, so I could probably get armor with them too. So.
Yeah.
Make sure to keep yourselves safe, people.
Yeah. I'm just gonna grab that straight away. And
by the way, how much money did we get in total? Because I'm starting to think that I might not have added.
We got 500. Oh, sorry, you first.
Okay. We had 250 thrones for our personal use, and an additional 500 thrones for seed money.
Oh. Yeah, I forgot to write down that 500 throne.
So
I'm buying that shit.
Oh, I don't know.
400, right?
Yeah, 400. Thing is, as a player, I know it's probably not a good idea. Mordecai's currently deathly afraid of being killed very easily, so he wants protection.
So, for anyone who buys the hardened body glove, you can wear clothes over the top of it, but people can tell that you've got armor underneath. It's not so perfect fitting that people can't tell. It is with 3 AP, it is quite bulky. But it does also give you, that 3 AP.
The flak armor will need to be disrupted, right?
Yeah. But
who wants flak armor?
Just sell it. Or keep it.
Yeah, just sell it.
I would recommend you keep your bear armor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
you never know when you might need one.
You have a base, you know.
Yeah, that's why I'm keeping my damaged gang leathers. Not damaged, I have undamaged gang leathers, sorry. Yeah. Because I'm not entirely sure what a hardened body glove is, are they kind of illegal to wear around at all times?
No, they're a more common version of armor that you'll see enforcers wearing. You'll see, like, well paid, you know, proper bodyguards may wear a hardened body glove, but it's not so out of the reach of gangers, no, mob bosses, more of.
I believe in the Imperial Knight Codex, there's a picture of Sir Hector, and Sir Hector is wearing like a half armored body glove.
So I won't really get in trouble by wearing it.
You shouldn't.
No,
Okay.
No. There will be certain places where you wearing it will be suspicious, but for the most part, you just look like you're someone's bodyguard, or you're in the lower hive, so you're protecting yourself.
It's not like Imperial Guard where I'd be shot wearing it.
No, certainly not. You'd see bounty hunters, for example, wearing hardened body gloves. Admittedly, it does say here elite troopers, so not just anyone, but operatives, bodyguards, and anyone who wishes to protect themselves.
Thank you very much.
Always happy to supply protective equipment to a long-term customer. He takes your thrones greedily. You'd notice that Mary's not in here at the moment.
What happened to her?
Where's your wife? She's normally back here.
Day off, you know. Can't have her working. We have separate things that we need to do. So,
well, if you ever need, us to do some of those things, I'm sure we could come to an arrangement.
Sure, if you want to clean me britches, then by all means, I'd take a load off her back, you know.
You meant. That's not quite what I thought you meant. Apologies.
He shrugs. Fair enough.
What was he cleaning?
His britches. His underwear.
Oh.
Okay.
I understood britches.
Bitches.
Bitches get britches.
Oh, bridges. The things you cross a river over.
Oh, bridges.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
We thought you said female dogs.
No. The other time.
I would not recommend you cross a bitch, though.
As long as you can kill them, it's fine.
I mean, just look at the poison kiss.
As long as you have a WKD in your hand to please them afterwards, it's fine.
Speaking from experience.
So, hey, you fat cunt. have a WKD. It'll make you feel much better.
Yeah. So I've spent 15 tipping him, 5 getting out back here, 50 for the courier, and 400 for the armor.
Yep.
That's fun. I have no money left.
So he has one more suit of armor, if anyone would like it.
I called it.
Okay. His armor is spent.
Yay. See, the more well-armed you get us, the more likely we're going to be able to be returning customers, you see.
He, after you saying that and him taking the money greedily again, he does produce a couple of boxes of ammo that you guys all bought last time, because he only had a set number when you last came in. Seeing that you bought up his supply, he was like, maybe I should invest. So he currently has 200 rounds of ammunition for your stead holders, and he has 100 rounds for your Ripper.
Oh, okay. How much was it per bullet? It was like, what, two thrones, I think?
Something like that, yeah.
I think it was 2 thrones. But he turns around to you and says, considering you've just spent 700 thrones in his establishment on goods, he turns around and says he will do you these ones for 1 throne per 2.
1 throne per... Oh, okay.
As he bought more and was able to get a wholesale price, kind of.
Right, first round. Okay, I'm gonna buy 20 Steadholder.
Sure.
So that's 10 thrones.
I also buy 20.
And I'm gonna buy 40 auto gun or auto pistol.
Sure.
Rubber clip. So that's 20 thrones.
Sure, Albie, you wanted to buy 20?
20 Steadholders.
Sure, that's 10 thrones.
Here you go.
Lovely, lovely. See, if I know what you're buying, then I can get better numbers. Therefore, I can pass a bit of savings on. I'm not a greedy man. The God Emperor would not forgive me for all my discretions. Maybe.
You, by chance, don't know anyone who might be in the mushroom business? To grow mushrooms?
Kind of looks at you like with a bit of a dumbfounded look, like mushrooms. What a friend!
Yes,
what?
mushrooms.
What do I look like? He gestures round all the weapons armor or
As
missing
an
armor.
equipment emporium, you have contact. Surely one of them must know where to find stuff to grow mushrooms.
I suppose I can ask. We're not really an agri world, we don't really grow things here, but I suppose I can ask.
You do realize that it is a hive, and that hives have their strategic reserve growing. I don't know the indoor name.
Hives don't grow their own food. They recycle people.
Don't they grow a reserve?
No.
Like
not
Heresy?
all hives.
Not all hives, but most hives can't produce the amount of food needed to feed their citizens.
They can't produce, but like
so they have to have it shipped in. Now, yes, a hive will have... So a hive city will, in the most part, have 6 months' supply of food to keep the citizens fed. That's constant, hourglass dripping out whilst more sand is getting poured in. For example, in a siege, when a hive's cut off from its supply, they can only produce food within the hive that they have. So recycling, for example, becomes very, very important. But they don't actually grow their own food. They can't produce enough to feed really anyone.
So they don't have any growing equipment?
They might do, because the upper hive would definitely have gardens. The spire would definitely have gardens. The middle hive, it might have one public garden for the citizens to go to and see an actual tree. Oh God, the tree! But for them, that would be the only tree they've ever seen. So there would be things, but where you're in the lower hive, Dodgy Dave's never seen a thing growing in his life, except for the fungus in between his toes. It's... I'll see what I can do. Like, how... Is there a limit? Like, how much should I, stop spending before I stop looking?
I mean... we can earn some serious buck on some serious drones on those shows.
Not here, but maybe. Like, how much are you willing to put in to find the information? Because, like I said to your friend here, I had to pay a courier to go up to meet a gentleman to come back down. If you want to find this equipment,
drones, I asked the group.
I want to say, real quick, one of you guys should actually call one of the other two to make sure we're actually getting paid. Because if we are, and we're getting a split of the ship, we gotta wait for them to come here and actually hand us pay, because I don't want to dip into my reserves right now.
Since I think I'm the only one of us with a microbead, I just microbead down.
I have one that you can do it.
Yeah. I just microbead Jenny, because I think that's the only one number I have. Jenny's.
You should also have Liliana's number.
Oh, does Liliana have one as well? Great. Well,
Yep, she does.
I'd probably do Liliana then, because Liliana likes me more. Well, I hope.
You would, wouldn't you, you dirty slut?
And just go, Liliana, you know that job we just did? How much are we getting paid?
An amount?
How much is an amount?
Liliana, who's in the table with Liliana? It's Jenny and Jane, right?
it's not Jane this time. It's one of the other girls who was there. But at the moment, Jen, the bar girl, is talking to Jenny about something. You seem to overhear the sound of her fluttering her ego by saying how many people she saved and the good things that her friend said. You reckon you can get away with a private conversation?
Yeah. Liliana will lower her voice as much as possible and say, Mordecai, I'm in the bar. Each one of us is getting 1.2 thousand.
Thank you. It's more because we may have information to purchase here. So.
Excuse me?
We're Dave. You may want to pop up sooner rather than later.
You're paying Dave before he gets the information?
It worked. Remember, I asked him to find a guy to.
So, Leanna, what's that?
Fix my sword. He came through on that, and he had some pretty good gear to sell us.
Tell him about the glass.
Liliana, you want to just whisper, dip into your seed money, dumbass.
Yeah, I have already.
Oh.
Am I privy to this conversation?
No, the bar girl's talking to you, and Liliane is on her microbead, being quiet.
So long as we're getting paid at an amount that's more than, I think, didn't Dodgy Dave say 500 or something like that?
How
for
much?
For the
what?
information? Just say, wait, how much did Dodgy Dave say for the information it would cost?
He said
50 for the courier.
Yeah, 50 for the courier. He hasn't actually. He hasn't. Yeah, there's been no. Well, he's. You guys are returned customers spending money. That's.
Yeah. So long as we are making money on this venture, I think we can dip into our seed money a bit here.
You can tell her that Ezio wants to pay for information about growing fungus and growing fungus equipment.
Yeah, that's what I would be kind of telling her. It's like, Ezio has this idea of us making a farm.
Tell her I don't want to be dipping into my reserves until we're actually getting paid.
I just look at him and
Soon
go,
I'm gonna out of character. Soon I'm gonna stop calling him Master of Assassins, and I'm gonna start calling him Ezio Auditore, Master of Planters.
Liliana,
I just look at him and go, "Oops, sorry."
Liliana, still keeping her voice low, she's gonna say, "Why the hell are you people asking a weapons dealer about farming equipment in a bloody hive?"
It wasn't me, it was Ezio. I didn't.
Liliana said, "Mordecai, I'm not blaming you, but could you slap Ezio out of this nonsense? I'll see if
I will do. Just please, just
we'll be there. I'll ask Jenny if she can go down there, okay?"
yeah. Also, I need to talk to you about something else I forgot earlier. But we can leave that till later. That needs to be a conversation we have with the group.
Okay, very, very well, Mordecai. No
my.
problems.
All right. Let's see you.
I'm not into group stuff.
Right, thank you. But once I hang up, first I just say, "This is Ezio. I have a message from Liliana."
Positive news.
I just tried to slap him.
Why?
Can I attempt to slap him?
You could try.
No, you can't.
You can go just Ezio. Liliana says,
Yeah,
"Don't be a
pretty much.
fucking idiot."
Yeah, it's like you're being
Juliana
a
sends her regards.
Yeah, that's from
Oi.
Aurelia. She says you're an idiot. Secondly,
Not Aurelia.
Aurelia, Liliana, fuck, piss, shit, balls, tits.
Now there's the British I know.
Just goes, yeah. Also, I think you can dip into the secondary funds quite nicely. Not too
Alright.
much, but
Why am I an idiot?
because and I lower my
Too
voice.
many reasons.
I just go
Oops, that's a thing with microbeats.
because I'll explain it later. You're just an
I
idiot.
call Liliana.
Liliana picks up the phone.
Wait. Someone's calling me, sorry. I'm not calling anyone in game.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I thought for a second there, if he got Liliana to answer the phone and just go, "Wait, someone's calling," and I hung up on Liliana.
they just Liliana just looks at it. It just goes, "Oh, it's Ezio. Must have had that slap. Good."
Pretty much. If there is no, caller ID, I would just pick up. As soon as I heard Ezio's voice, I would go like, "Okay, goodbye," and I'll click off.
Yeah, so we can dip into our secondary funds. Not
Alright then.
too much, but nicely and still.
Okay. Dave, what have you got in the way of las weapons?
Well, you see, Laz is a bit of a problem getting hold of. I haven't actually got any in, but one of my contacts, his mate, whose friend's uncle, whose stepbrother's mother-in-law, said that the manufactorum up in towards the he just points up, much higher up. They make the las guns. Well, she said that they're putting in more production, that they're making a lot more for some reason. I'm not sure why exactly, but I can see about getting some las equipment. I don't know what they'll be able to get, but there's always a good chance, I suppose.
Yeah, see what you can get, and if you can, I'll pay for it.
Righto.
But-
I mean, give me like 3 days, I suppose. Maybe 4.
Sure.
4 might be better. Yeah, 4 would be better.
Okay, so for the here and now, you got anything that goes bang? Preferably handheld that you know, get a little toss around the corner.
Samsung.
Yeah,
Looks
do you have a
at you-
Samsung Note? You just put it on the
Looks at the-
charger.
Looks at the pistol in your hand. That goes bang.
No, I'm
He
thinking
looks-
more Phil with Neils.
He looks around and, well, I mean, I suppose everything you've seen here is kind of illegal in one way or another. So the thing is, I don't keep improvised explosives.
Okay.
My friends, brothers, sister, cousin, I believe, her husband kept improvised explosives, made a killing on them until, you know, the place went boom.
Until the killing was him.
But I do have a number of, a couple of extra items if you're interested in that. He produces, out of a small lockbox that he brings forth, 2 grenades.
Oh, frag? What type of grenades, brother?
1 frag
Grenade.
and
I don't know
1,
if grenades.
I believe it's stun, or is it concussion?
Oh.
Ooh.
Photon flash. Is it?
No, it's not. It is. If I go on to one of my other sheets, I will have to find the prices for them. I think it's 150 for a frag grenade, but I'm
Frag
not.
grenade's 10.
Okay, I'm thinking of a different one then. Maybe it's a crack that I'm thinking of. Yes, it is a lot.
Inferno thermal grenade is 150.
Sounds like one hell of a hardware.
Yeah.
So he would want 25 for the frag grenade, and he
Okay.
has also got a. It's just a stun grenade. Blast 3, concussion 2, which he would want 40 for.
Oh. So 40 and 25. 60. Yeah, you know what? I'll dip him and I'll give him 65 for both.
Sure. He takes your thrones greedily, his low stick almost burning to the nub before he throws it on the floor, stubbing it out.
If you've ever, should you ever find yourself, stumbling across more of these,
I
leave
will
them aside.
definitely now keep an extra sharp eye out for any more of these particular items. But again, trying to get it through the borders from the middle to down here is quite difficult, and you know, we'll see. Hopefully, nothing bad happens.
What weapons do you have? What weapons do I see?
So he has a number of pistols that are all made in the on-world. He doesn't have many rifles, as far as you can see. Am I in the right book? I am. Scroll down. So, for
This
solid
go in
projectiles.
about 10 minutes.
Okay, so I tell you what, as this is becoming a more buying episode, we'll zoom out for a moment as Ezio attempts to look over the different weapons on the shelf. Ezio, you will finish your transaction, but for now, time moves on. it actually goes into the evening. The rest of you can finish up your trading at Dodgy Dave's, and then perhaps you go and get a meal. Perhaps you go back down to your base and have a ration pack down there. But evening comes, and still there is no Tiffany.
She's dead.
She's dead. All they could find was her boobs.
So we will
give you 10 gold for them.
However,
I misunderstood that as boobs.
No, he said
However-
boobs.
That's a horrifying and absolutely hilarious mental image.
Oh, that's
the
great.
drinking is quite great. That's happening in the bar again tonight. Unfortunately for you two, Jenny and Liliana, you will be pressurized into drinking as you seem to celebrate with those who have finished their day's work at the manufactorums and other menial tasks. As another day passes, we zoom out. And that's where we'll end today's episode. We will see what happens in the next episodes. Once the team get a little bit more thronage behind them, we will see what actions they decide to take. But that'll all happen in future episodes to come. So I certainly hope you've all enjoyed this episode and are looking forward to future episodes to come. So take care everyone, and as always, bye bye for now.
Bye.
Praise God.